Coach, we talked the last couple days about, offensive things. Defensively, what do you want to see out of your group, to start the game tonight and set the tone against the Wizards?
Yeah, I think our defensive pressure, on their guards, making them uncomfortable from the beginning of the game, I think that's very key. Being able to rebound the basketball, we're going to keep hitting home on that. Being able to guard the ball, defend the pick and roll the right way, and then being able to finish possessions off.
AB was ruled out a little bit ago. Do you expect this to be a short-term thing or a long-term thing?
We're going to keep seeing how he responds to the treatment that he gets with our staff.
Although he didn't win Player of the Month, Des was nominated for Player of the month of February. Just what did you see from him over the course of the month?
He's just leading us. His level of aggression, both sides of the ball, I think it was very important. When he's aggressive and he's attacking, stepping into a shot, but also playmaking, it's just a big key for us. I think that's what we've seen over the last month for him.
Coach, what does this team being in so many competitive games this season, despite the injuries to key players, say about the resiliency and competitiveness to you? And does that kind of define an aspect of where this season's at for you?
I think it's always been next man up because we've dealt with injuries over time. That's never an excuse, and the guys need to understand that. So whoever is called on to play the game, they need to play the way we need to play, and that's hard-nosed defense, sharing the ball offensively, getting out, pushing the pace, but just not making excuses for anything that's going on. And our guys have shown that. To your point, no matter what's happening, we're going to continue to fight throughout the game.
And what are the challenges to kind of building a new offensive foundation with Desmond Bane coming in and him being available every game, but then, like we just said, some of the key starters, just like the last few seasons, not being available? What are the challenges going into just building that offensive foundation continuity that you kind of want to see on a night-to-night basis?
Yeah, I think I think it turns more into just the ability to understand the triggers within the game, what's happening, who's where on the floor, and what we're trying to accomplish. It changes depending on who guys are. I think, but you also get an opportunity to see guys advance their game within the system because they're asked to do more, a little bit more. And then when guys come back in, some guys we may have to scale it back some. But it's constant conversation with guys, understanding exactly what we need in each moment. And these guys have found a way to step up in those moments.
Coach, 29 points off turnovers for the Wizards last time you faced off. What adjustments are we going to be able to see tonight against this Wizards squad that looks a bit different from last time?
Yeah, their style of play is the same. They're going to try to turn you over, get out in transition, shoot threes, attack the basket. They do a great job of sharing it. So we've got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. To your point of the last game, us turning it over. Again, guarding their guys, making sure we keep them in front. And I just think that us finishing possessions off is going to be key. But the main point is that we take care of the basketball to get great quality looks each time down the floor.
Jamahl, I believe Bub Carrington had a workout here 2 years ago before his draft. Now I'm asking about one of many, many workouts that you've attended here. But is there anything that you recall from that interaction and that pre-draft process as it relates to him and specifically?
Yeah, I'm not sure what I had for dinner last night, but 2 years ago and Bub working out, I've always been a fan of his, whether it was a workout or not, the way he plays, his demeanor, his confidence. And I've said this before, being a Baltimore kid, he has a level of toughness about him. He's got a way in which he plays the game that there's joy to him. And I think that's very rare. And I know I said this before when he lost his father and he was able to, play the game. That's just being able to have that resiliency about him. I think that's just something that says a lot about the kid.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.